Hey everybody, this is Andrea Ivanka.
And this is Satya Yi.
And you are here for another edition of Toolbox Tuesday. So last week, Satya started talking about leadership and how important it is to start developing influence. Now, this week, we're going to start talking to you about where does influence come from and how can you start developing it. Now, most people right away, who do they want to develop influence with?
Probably the other person.
Right. And we know that influence starts where? With yourself first, right? So what we want to do is we want to give you one simple strategy this week. It comes straight out of our Influence Like a Pro training program. Now, obviously, in that day, like we're with you for the whole day. So we're going to give you a shortened version so that you can go out and use it right away. So one of the things when you're thinking about influence is I want you to start paying attention to what is actually going on in your head. Oftentimes, we know we've talked to clients and they're all up what we call, they're up the crazy tree. they're all upset about something somebody said or something that's not going the way they want it to. And the first person you want to start influencing again is yourself. So you want to start thinking about, well, paying attention. What is that tape that you've got running through your head? What's it saying to you? I mean, what have been some of the unresourceful things that we've heard from clients?
So a lot of times, and that was probably us as well when we
Absolutely.
were first learning this, and thank goodness it changed. So one of the things that's probably going in my head, oh, this person doesn't understand me, this person doesn't get it, or I can't believe they're doing this. They're so
that's
selfish.
a big one, yeah.
They're so selfish or self-centered.
Don't they understand how important this is to me?
Yeah.
And in business, what are some of the non-supportive ones that we've noticed, at least with our clients, going on in business?
Well, it's so interesting because it kind of mirrors and reflects a little bit of
does,
personal life as well. So I think when it comes to business, one of the biggest things that has happened is, oh, this person doesn't care about my business, or this person, some things we take as very personal, and it kind of makes sense at the same time. So what are some of the things that we've also noticed, or you noticed with the clients?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the biggest ones we've heard with entrepreneurs especially is there are things around money, beliefs around money, around not having enough, needing to work hard, having to do everything by themselves.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, this one is, it's okay.
It's a big one. So
we're going to back and forth on this one because it's so big.
This one in terms of having, so you've seen so many programs as you see like do it yourself or learn this 3 things and then you'll be able to be like a magic marketer or what else is there? What it's called, SEO, learn how to do your own SEO.
Or be the best copywriter in the world.
Or be your best website designer. So,
which is great if you want to be a website designer.
And it's just great if you want to be in that industry, and that's actually the area that you are supporting some of these clients. Now, if, for example, you're a chiropractor and you want to be a really good SEO for your business, you kind of see the confusion there, or kind of conflict.
Might make a little more sense to actually have somebody do it for you that is dedicated to being a good SEO expert. So one of this whole idea around I have to do it myself a lot of times comes from this misguided idea, especially for those that have come from being employees of like you're really responsible. And yet, the more you grow, the more that you become somebody that money flows through and your business flows through. I mean, if you could just imagine that you're now a source of income and blessing for other people. And what do I mean by that? Now, when you no longer need to do it all by yourself, maybe now you hire somebody to get your website done, or you hire somebody to run your schedule, or even take care of customer service. Now, we totally get it. When you're first starting out, there are a lot of things that you're shoestrapping on, right? You're doing that whole bootstrapping thing, you're taking care of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's very different than the belief that you have to do it all by yourself because you've got something to prove. So these are just some of the non-supportive beliefs that we've seen running. Now you can imagine when you're going out there to sell your services or sell your product, and if you have this running in your head, can you just begin to appreciate how hard it's going to be to influence somebody else if you've got all of this non-supportive stuff going on in your head? So we're going to give you one strategy today just to start shifting some of that story, and it's very, very simple. It goes like this: pay attention. Pay attention to what you're thinking. And here's the key is as soon as you start noticing the thought that you're having, you're going to ask yourself, is this thinking getting me closer to my goal, or is it actually moving me further away back into this state of problem? See, because as soon as you catch yourself, you start to observe. You become the observer. And then you can do something to shift it. You can get up and dance. You can watch a funny YouTube video. You can go find something motivational. You can listen to a video like this. And instantly you can shift your mood so that now you're doing something else. So this is one very small strategy on how to start influencing yourself, because let's face it, if you're going to influence like a pro, the first person you need to start on is you, and from there on in, everything else that we're going to share you with these Toolbox Tuesdays over the next month is all about now, well, next week we're going to talk about now how to start influencing others.
Yeah.
Because once you've got a better handle on what's going on with yourself, now it's time to absolutely become that circle of influence for the people around you. So we'll see you next week for Toolbox Tuesday, and let us know, comment below on what starts to happen when you start paying attention to the thoughts that you've got running through your head and shifting yourself into a much better place. We'll see you next week.
See ya.